Wants to get us started, please. Keith Downey.
Matthias, how do you see the cup competitions? Because Newcastle obviously had a lot of success a couple of years ago winning the Carabao Cup. You've also got a new squad, young players. Do you expect or do you plan to rotate it a little bit, or do you plan to go as strong as possible?
Yeah, first of all, it's a big competition due to the history of the club. We are aware of that, and I'm looking forward already to play that round. Important now is first, after an hour from the final whistle, that we get the thing sorted. We analyze the game. We see the availability of the players. There were now many players who were exhausted. Some of them has minor injuries, so we need to see who's available, and then we meet together tomorrow and make then decision towards Wednesday.
Okay, Lee Ryder, and then to Charlie, please.
Yeah, you've had some success in cups in Saudi Arabia and Germany, so hopefully in Austria. Sorry, hopefully you can transfer this to Newcastle United now. This magic touch in the cups
would be nice.
Charlie,
Matthias, when Newcastle United finally got the trophy over the line a couple of years ago, there was massive scenes in the city, 300,000 fans in the streets partying. I'm just wondering if anyone from the media team showed you the footage from that as motivation.
They tried to convince me with that footage. It was not needed.
Scott.
A couple of the younger lads who we've seen quite a lot of in pre-season were there. Leo was on the bench today. Neave, who obviously played a bit in pre-season. Are we likely to see them in the week, and do you envisage them being part of your first team squad this season, or might they leave on loan?
Yeah, as much as possible I want to see the young lads, the young talents, because then you get the good feeling how they develop, if they're getting closer towards the first team and towards the first minutes then also in the Premier League. But it's also according to what happens now in the transfer market. Definitely, it's always a bit of a balance that they train with us, but on the other hand, they also need to get game time to develop. So we need to be smart with the decision making then, all in the end of the transfer window.
Daniel?
Matthias, after such a game like that, clearly the players will be exhausted, not just physically but mentally as well. From a man management point of view, how do you get them up for another game in such short succession, which obviously isn't perhaps to the magnitude of this Liverpool game?
Yeah, really pragmatic. Tomorrow we meet early in, they get good breakfast, we have an analyze, they get good lunch, then they can go home, rest, get massage. We have a top facility, some of you were there, right? Just 2 days ago, or yesterday, when was it? So you saw that top facility where they can regenerate mentally and physically. This is the most important thing if you play in such a short amount of time then again. And then we make a good decision prior to the match who's ready mentally and physically.
Okay, any more? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wednesday.
Thank you.